end at 3 because I thought by then I've got to be hungry, right? So if it's just you and me, I'll just do some building with you, and I'll show you again. The important part is how to test and what's the thought process, right? Learning that is better and more useful than just going to sites and grabbing some dude's build, because you have no idea. You know, like, one thing I learned is through competitive play is there are some people that are just mechanically gifted, and by mechanically gifted I mean if you play any first-person shooter and you can no-scope headshots, you're mechanically gifted. You can essentially, so translating that thought process and that term to a MOBA, if you are skilled at landing your shots, you'll be very efficient with lackluster builds and still appear to be great. And so you'll watch that person play if they're streaming or whatnot, and be like, well, shit, look at how well he's doing, and I guess I got to use that build. Well, he might not be doing great because of his build. He might just be mechanically gifted. And I know that that's true because in Guardians of Middle-earth, and you'll often hear me call a build a belt, because that's the phrase they use there, and I played it for years. You put items, and then the items had gem slots in the items. So there were 2-slot, 3-slot, 4-slot items. But you could also, if you sucked and couldn't afford, or when you first started, you didn't have enough money to buy, and your belt could hold 7 slots. So you could put a 4-slot and a 3-slot item with a total of 7 gems in them. But when you were new, you couldn't afford all the items. So you might have spent all your starting money on just getting the 4-slot item and then ended naked gem, naked gem, naked gem. Wasn't as efficient, but it was certainly better than not getting the little bit of utility that the naked gem gave. You know, the extra, hey, Krusty. So what I used to do to make myself be better was just run naked gem belts. And if I really wanted to troll, I'd run stupid naked gem belts, meaning no gem in the first slot, a gem in the second slot, no gem, 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 no gem. And so anybody who did the equivalent of looking at my build while going, yeah, thought I was a scrub, but the truth was, no, I'm number 3 on the leaderboard for a reason. It's not that I'm mechanically gifted. My game knowledge is very tight. I know how to play those gods. So in particular, you know, there were a handful of gods that I could just run naked gem belts. And people would get so fucking mad. The flames I would get, how the hell are you killing me? Your belt sucks. What the fuck? And I'd be like, check the leaderboards, dude. Like, go. And they had not only the in-game leaderboards, but you could go to guardiansofmiddle-earth.com and look god by god and be like, do you see how much I played Hildefons? Do you see what my win rate with Hildefons is in every mode? I don't need a belt. I can run 3 cooldown gems, and you know, if you're not careful around me, I will fuck your world up. So if we're talking about generic hunter builds would fall into two broad camps. And I guess I want to know, are we talking out of conquest or in conquest?
Well, I don't know. I kind of just do Joust and Conquest most of the time, and I switch it up.
Okay. Well, your Conquest builds need to be super tight. So I'm just going to show you. You're in my party, right? So I'm going to go to play, training, jungle practice. This is how you really test what people are telling you. Is it good? Is it bad? Has the meta changed? Choose a hunter, any hunter that you're trying to build a belt for or build for. See, I told you I still call it a build. How are you? And I'm gonna come in with a auto attack based hunter. Why is there we go. So something like Apollo, you know, very different hunters, right?
Apollo.
Now, I am the first to confess, I am not a good Ho Yi. To be good with Ho Yi, you've got to start practicing your ricochet. You don't. So a very common mistake at all levels of play is not using your relics because you're waiting for the perfect time, not using your ultimate because you're trying to wait until you can hit the perfect ult. Like, hey, if I can hit 3 guys, then I don't want to use it. Well, if you can confirm a kill, fucking confirm the kill, man, right? Try and get level advantage at all times. So here we are in jungle practice, and what you want to do is not level anything, you know, just see what your basic attack is doing on Odin. Go to the store and hit your options button so the little pop-up menu comes. And you can start to see a lot of useful things. What's your base movement? Mine is 365.
Wait, what did you just say?
So go to the store and then hit your options button and a little pop-up.
Oh, mine's 370.
See, so you have a bit more move speed. My base protections are 1531. What are yours?
1631.
See, so everybody has little differences, and as you gain levels, those start to fall out of sync, and the individual strengths and weaknesses of the different gods start to make more sense. My base attack speed is 0.97.
Let me. Oh, mine's like. Wait, let me look it up. It's attack speed. 9.6.
See, so so you never notice that in terms of play. But watch this. Step into this thing and just level yourself to 5, but don't spend any of the ability points, don't buy anything. And now go to the store and look, and let's start comparing. I'm at 1.03, you're probably at like 1.
At what? Attack speed?
Yeah.
I'm at 1.1.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm at 2635, I think you'll be at like 2636, maybe 37.
2735.
There you go. Okay, so it was more physical. My hit points are 835 and my mana is 425.
The health is 870 and where's the mana?
The blue bar.
430.
So you have 5 more mana than me and 40. You said 870.
Yeah.
So 35 more life. When you shoot me with just a basic attack, how much damage are you doing?
45.
Oh, sorry. Here.
Odin. It's 45.
Yeah, the reason I don't want to shoot Odin there. Now shoot me. All I did was step through this yellow light to switch to the enemy team. How much did it
43.
show? How much?
43.
43? And the reason the numbers are different is the protections that Odin has is different. Now watch this. Now shoot me. You're going to have a bigger number.
47.
What changed?
Your level?
Nope.
Wait,
Well,
what?
yes, I am level 1, but why is that important? It's important because every time you go up a level, your base protections are increasing in level. So when you hear me getting on a soapbox about early pen, it's because you see we all have armor and we're not hitting for true damage. It's easy to fix that. My guess is Odin has 10 armor on, and it's easy to test. Put on Haste Fatalis and then shoot him and see how much. No, just hasten. So without hasten, because hasten has 10 flat pen, I'm hitting for 36. With hasten, that has 0 power, I'm hitting for 39.
I have
That's
50 right now.
That's not quite 10% more, but you see how that starts to scale. And that was with a scant level of pen. And he's first level, so he hasn't gone up in level. Now let's do the same experiment. Now I'm 5th level. Go ahead and hit me once with a basic attack with hasten. And now sell hasten and hit me. What's the damage difference?
So it went from 43 to 47.
So, you know, like 10% would have been 4.7. So you're hitting for somewhere like 7% more. Mm-hmm. Early pen is important. And if I started to do something like this, shifter shield, now shoot me. Now I have 15 more defense.
38.
So you went from 43 to 38. Keep knocking my health down. Get me below 50%. Here, let me step a little more away from the fountain. Shoot me with abilities, just burst my life down. Below 50%. I want to get the passive to kick in so that when you're below 50%, shifter shield suddenly gives you 50 protection. And I want you to see that difference. There. Now how much are you shooting me for?
32.
Yeah. So 32 versus 47? Mm-hmm. So those are the things that you can start to, you know, scratch out in an Excel spreadsheet or just on a sheet of notebook paper and start to do. One of the suggestions that I made on Reddit was that they really need to make it so that we can equip the Odin bot and put different pieces of armor on him and different weapons and see the effect of stuff on him. Also, I want to be able to toggle it so that he just swings his stinking weapon at me, so I get to see how my defenses are stacking up as I gain and lower level. I want to be able to rise and lower his level. I also want to be able to toggle on his jump, not his stupid movement jump, but his ability jump, so that I can test resistance versus ability power. But these are the things that you want to do. You can also test, and I don't want to, you know, we have Krusty here who's going to lose his mind if we keep doing this, but hopefully he's getting the benefit. You can also test the efficiency of your wave clear for conquest by putting up your builds and seeing, you know, hey, what do I need to do to full clear this stuff? Now, keep in mind that they don't have the scaling down properly for these minions, specifically the clock of how long you've been in the jungle camp would be the equivalent of how long you've been in lane. So minions do rise, but these are the methods to test this stuff, and the best way to do it is to get a friend in and say, hey, I keep having problems with Kuzimbo or Chalk or, you know, whoever it is, and this is the build that they wore. I want you to put that build on here. This is what they had at 5th level, this is what they had at 10th level, 15th level, 20th level, and then start adjusting your level and your build for each one, and just sit there and min-max until you get that tweaked out. So that's the way that you can sanity check whatever the fuck people tell you. And it's never bad to say why. What's the theory? You know, what are you trying to accomplish with that? And then you can get the idea, you know, hey, do I want the 70 power off Shifter Shield, or do I want the 70 power off Bloodforge? 75 power, you know, so do I value the defense more, or do I value the lifesteal more? Well, it depends. it's 10% lifesteal. So if I bought it as the first item, so I have nothing but that item, about what level would I get that? So if I skip boots, everything, what's the fastest I could get that? Well, what do you think? 6th level? I think 6 sounds fair for given the cost. So 110. So I'm healing 11 points. How much do I care about 11 points when I'm actually in a toe-to-toe battle with somebody else, given that they're hitting me for 100 plus a pop plus abilities? So it's useful for sustain in Conquest to sit there and be able to poke minions and not have to back. But in terms of fighting an enemy, that amount of lifesteal is only going to help you in a protracted battle. How often are you actually poking without somebody backing out of that battle for 8 seconds? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. The only people that should be are warriors, right? Who are chasing somebody fucking down. Chalk lay in the rain, and you're like, oh god, run, run, run. And he's like, throws his axe, and then he teleports to it, and you're like, but I hate you. So you have to think contextually about those things. And it's not that lifesteal isn't bad, but then that means that for 1750, you could have had a Sai, had 15 lifesteal, 20% attack speed, 15 pen, and then when your health gets low, you suddenly get an additional 25 lifesteal. So what's the thought process there? It means that a Sai plus Shifter Shield for about the same price offers a lot of value. I now have 15 to 50 defense, depending on where my health is. I have 50% more lifesteal than the other one has. I have 20% attack speed. I have 15 flat pen. You're hitting harder because of the damage, but the reality is I'm going to have boots. I'm going to have built other things. So if you start to mix the other items to provide your power, there are more efficient ways to get lifesteal. And that's one. And Devo gloves. Building the stack sucks, but once you've fully stacked it, even though it's only 55 power fully stacked, it is better lifesteal, right? So something to consider. But if you're an assassin, somebody was asking about Susano before, assassins want speed because they've got to jump in, fucking vomit their kit, and once they're out of abilities, they blow. They gotta leave, man. Hunter's still like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. I got a bow. They're like, no, I'm out. I'm turning invisible. I'm using my jump. I'm doing whatever the hell it is to get the fuck out of town. So items that provide move speed to them, like Bloodforge when they get the crit, are useful. Now, Bloodforge goes well with crit because it makes that crit hit even harder. Plus, when you kill somebody, you get that shield. So I like that combo. But if I'm building power pen, I want power pen. I'm not trying to get crit. I'm not trying to necessarily lifesteal. So these are the ways in which you can go and look at the effects. You buy and sell because you're not going to run out of money, and see what the different combos are as you go around and shoot things. So let's hop into game. But I figured I'd show you this tool. There are lots of things. If my YouTube page has a click for Reddit, I think that goes directly to my profile, so you can see all the things that I've posted and responded to. And you'll see the things that I said should happen in the jungle trainer to make it more efficient at teaching people. And I know how that should work because I spent, just countless hours in Guardians of Middle-earth on headset with friends, testing different combos. I also learned that a lot of software design is not done in the US, right? We outsource to India and other countries. These people are very smart. So I wrote software requirements professionally and project managed and took from concept through deployment and all the change management for a multi-billion-dollar company, which is why I'm, probably burnt out, sick, but I don't need to work. I have money. I'm old. Yeah. Let's hop into I'll do a Joust with you, but I gotta tell you, Joust is my least favorite format because you are so dependent on Snowball. If your rando makes any mistakes, you're effed. In fact, before I put us into that, let me see if I can grab somebody. Yeah, pull him in. Why did Shadow leave? Oh, he probably went to join friends. I'm his friend, damn it. So I don't care about. I'm competitive. I want to win, but I'm also like, if people want to do some stupid theme like we're gonna play Fat Men, then I don't care whether we win or lose Joust, or hey, I want to test this build. Okay, well, I'm gonna bring in a god I don't use, then I just want to play cleanly. If I play cleanly and lose, yeah, all right. If I lose because my fucking Loki is building attack speed boots, hasten fatalis, whatever stupid shit he was building, I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna get salty. I'm gonna be like, I need to take a break. Oh, fuck, because that makes me crazy. Like, how could you have what? How could they possibly think that's a good build? Yeah, he went Ninja Tabi Fatalis, and then I think he went crit. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He went crit.
And I think he went crit after that. Yeah, Odysseus bow, even worse. Just puke. Puke, puke, puke. So the only power he had was the 50 off Deathbringer, the 20 off his boots, and then he had the 10 pen. Yeah, I'll pull him over. The 10 pen off Hasten and the 40% attack speed off Odysseus bow. And Odysseus bow's advantage is twofold. It's, the flat 40 speed, but it's also that every fourth hit is going to do that base damage to all the shit around you. But he didn't have a lot of damage to add to that.
Oh, Killer doesn't have a mic.
Yeah, that's fine. Hello, Killer. Just to let you know, we are broadcasting this, so you are on YouTube, man. My headset party is open, so if you just go to the party, you should be able to join. You might be able to send him an invite, actually, since it is a public party. Perfect, he made it in. Oh, Phil, I don't care what you guys play. Yeah, Wind Demon. I don't even mind the build. Well, I do mind the build. But, like, I could see an iteration that used all of those items for Jingwei. But for Artemis, but the sequence should be different, and he should have had at least one more power item in there. It's absolute poop stick for Loki because Loki's not trying to burst you down with auto attacks. And yeah, I realize he has that hit chain when they're behind you, but you know, you can't count on that, as he learned the hard way.
Yeah. I mean, so the build that I have on Ho Yi now is I'll put Ninja Tabby, Hasten Fatalis, Shifter Shield, Bloodforge, Hydra's Lament, and Deathbringer.
If you go one crit item, you probably go two. So I would switch out Hydras for Wind Demon. So okay. Hydras will give you some additional attack speed, so you know you'll like that. Similar power, right? You went from 40 power to 30 power. But when you do crit, well, you got the extra 20 crit chance, and when you crit, you'll get 20% additional move and attack speed, which then when you bring on Deathbringer starts to be evil. So the move speed to be able to chase people down or boogie on out, important. And again, play around with the sequence, you know, put in Bloodforge instead of shift the crit items in earlier is certainly viable as well. Depend on the comp.
That I was using, I was doing really good in that other build, just on Joust.
Yep.
I think it's because I was snowballing in the
yes.
early game. I would snowball early game, and then
hell, you could take out shifters and put in Joe turns. It has 10 flat pen, it's 40 power, so it's the same number, right? Gives you the extra mana, but the 20 cooldown, so you can pop your ability. So now you're really hybriding. What's that?
Doesn't shifters have penetration?
No. Shifter shield is just defense. What do we want here? Guardian or a warrior?
Let's go Chalk.
I've played Chalk so many times today. Let's
Bologna.
Let's do this. I want to come in with purple hair. I was so salty when they gave this away after I had bought it. Like, hey, I paid for mine.
They gave it away?
Yeah. Every once in a while, they'll have content that they're announcing via YouTube and whatnot, and put in a code that's good for, you know, either the first 50 people or for the first 2 hours or something like that. How do you find out about that? Twitter is really the best way.
You say, how do you feel about that new character?
This shall be a day long remembered.
You know, I haven't really studied him, but I like warriors, so my gut says I'm gonna like playing him. My understanding from feedback on people is that he's a little wonky and needs some changes, though.
You might want to, what's it called, put winged blade on, just for a plush.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm more worried about CERN and the combos that are going to happen with Ares. And until Apua goes into Gem of ISO, I'm not that freaked out. I'm sorry. I'm down.
Behind you.
Yeah, I was feeding on their mid. gonna help Poseidon clear. Well, actually, you guys can just stay in lane. I'll clear it for him. I have cleave. I think a lot of my friends see the message that I'm streaming and are afraid to come in. Like, Hawk, don't put my game up online. Your blue has been dropped, Poseidon. So far, I like Poseidon's build. So far, I like Alpwash's build. Oh, kid, don't be sorry behind me. Yeah, when those brambles come down, we want to not get bumped. Nice kill.
No reason to hold back. Roma Invicta!
We give you honorary. Have I seen the new god? I haven't. I mean, I've seen the videos, but I haven't watched any of the folks that I like to watch their streams play him yet. You know, I put links to Emilzy, who's the support player for Obey, up. I've been watching before they won the spring split, and obviously I like playing support, so I like Duke Sloth's stuff. Again, he's a theoretical knowledge guy. I'm gonna see if I can steal their blue. Nope, not here. I am retreating, but you know, come up and drop a whirlwind to make it easier.
Oh
no. Unfortunately, chains stops, cripples, so you know I couldn't use their jump.
That will do well enough.
Ugh. See, now this is where I disagree with Killer's next item choice. And yes, I'm very aware of how Poseidon plays, but to go into no power at this point in the game just to keep his tide meter up, bleh. I like making Gem of ISO. Like, he wouldn't have gotten out yet if you had Gem of ISO up when you drop those whirlwinds, and those whirlwinds then become toxic. Plus it's 20%, I'm sorry, 10% crowd control reduction, helping against CERN's crap. The slows coming off of all these guys.
Back out of there.
Be right back. A fine bit of protection.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up building complete tank, I can tell. Because I can pick up Magi's Blessing and be able to ignore some of the chains coming in and whatnot.
Ultimate is ready.
Okay, one sec.
No, I'm clearing. Not doing anything until we're all here. Alright. To the
death
shall rise again.
I don't think we want to try to aggress from the side lane and the other. We need to be tighter together, otherwise we're just gonna get ganked down like this.
Oh, he's taking a nap.
And Hades is hard focusing me. He's stealing our blue. Your blue's
like
dropped.
this a lot better.
That will do well enough.
Red's still up.
And, you know, you gotta find the hunter style that you like. Like, I cry when I don't have a steroid. I just feel so clunky. Even Medusa's little tiny steroid, or short-term steroid, just gives me the comfort that I want. So you'll find I don't play Hao Yi much, I don't play Neath much.
Oh no, I started playing with Hou Yi and just kind of stuck with it.
Yep. Well, he's always in the meta because of what he brings to team fights. And obviously whenever crit builds come into meta, he's relevant because of his passive. You know, he's a good god to have in your kit. Alright, we're all ready. I don't know what the hell happened. You gotta back it up.
Start that killing spree! Your middle tower is under attack.
I should have tried to make clear who I feel the primary target is, and that's their mage. So that's why I went forward. If we don't take care of his nonsense, we're going to be in for a world of
Your middle
pains.
tower is under attack.
A fine bit of
Now,
protection.
I will build us team magical protection, so I will go into Heart Ward. I've got 2 stages of it now.
Your middle tower has been destroyed.
Give me your gems, yeah. It was that last sale that they went on that I bought all those gems. I hope that this keeps me good for the whole season. How long on your ult? How you?
It's up.
No, it's not.
It's up.
Okay, now it's up.
Pretty good.
Oh,
What?
was that used?
No, but you heard it. It didn't go off. It like stuttered. I do imagine a day where I am going to be doing that stuff. We're just not there yet.
Excellent.
You know, at this point, my videos aren't even being edited. They're all just live stream stuff. But I do think I'm going to get into this
Know your
enough
enemy.
to support that kind of content.
Okay, so you have your ult up?
Yep.
Okay. Mine's ready.
All right, I'm jumping on. Imperative to hit them during the 1 second stun. with the Kraken. But we can still eke out these kills. He's dead. There we go. We got work done. Hey, Jabbar, how are you? Jabbar, were you on PlayStation by chance? We have viewers playing with me now.
Jukes.
Jukes are real. Oh, that was a nice whirlwind, but we're gonna die. Yep. Oh no. What the fuck?
Makes it to the double kill. Desolation.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
I can't. Your friend can.
Why?
That will do well enough.
It's free. Free.
You rock. Cancel that.
Yeah. I gotta go with the majority. Ouchies. Now, Poseidon, we aggress. You gotta come up and play those reindeer games with us. Because if you don't, then we're dead and you just get bursted. He didn't come with, dude.
Aww.
Yeah, you can't not go. Yeah, exactly. I thought both of you were behind me when I went. Like, that's just crazy. And that's what I was saying is, I hate Joust, because shit like that happens. And now the game truly is done.
Your middle Phoenix is under attack.
It is better to follow a bad plan than no plan at all. In Joust, if one goes, you gotta. Because if they fuck up and die, it doesn't. You're dead anyway. Oh, so hard. Oh, my brain.
Your middle Phoenix is under attack. Your middle Phoenix has been destroyed. Your Titan is under
A
attack.
fine bit of protection. Observation is the key to victory.
See him just standing there. Little did he know I had a ward. Had Woody gone straight to the police, this might not have happened.
If you what?
Had Woody gone straight to the police, this might not never have happened. You guys are all too young to know the Woody Woodpecker cartoon. Why are our ults not bursting down? Rally here.
A fine bit of protection. Hit me.
Well, that was an absolute failure in teamwork. We will not be doing Joust again. I can assure you of that.
Your conquest?
No. If we can't handle teamwork in Joust, how the fuck are we going to handle it with conquest?
What are we gonna do?
You know what? I'm actually already past the time that I said I would stream. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I will be on again in... Oh, what's it going to take to make something to eat and have a little bit of downtime? I'm going to be on again 6 Eastern. So,
Okay.
that's like, what, an hour and 45?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good. Just take as much time as you need.
No, I'm going to set up an event, so I'll post it. That way Krusty and folks can come, Jamar. Dude, I don't care if you're ass, Jamar. I really don't. Like, as long as I know going in that people are either testing new builds, playing with gods that they've never played before, are rusty as fuck, you know, then fine. I'll do the same. You know, I'll play weird theme stuff or gods that I just never use. And then, yeah, no problems. So, yeah, if you want to play with us around 6, you can do so. You can send me a friend request. My gamer tag is Hawkissimo on PlayStation 4. Just tell me that you're Jamar, or tell me that you're from my YouTube channel. And that would suffice. So that invite is always out there for folks. So I will see you all in about an hour and 45. This is Hawk signing out. Thanks for joining me. Catch you guys in a bit. I don't have my Xbox, man. Can't be paying for a subscription just to play one game over there. but I'm trying to think who I might know that has an Xbox. All right, man. I will see you guys in a bit.